Hello guys, welcome. I am Samantha the Introvert, and today I want to give you my personal recap on episode 5 of Doctor's Mind. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're still at the stargazing and just enjoying the romance of Night Getaway House. This is where Knight confessed to Mild and even said that he liked Mild for a long time. This should be the biggest hint to know that Knight knew Mild for a long time. The next morning, Mild woke up and realized that Knight is not in the bed with him. When Mild got up and got out the room, he sees Knight making breakfast. He noticed that Knight did not sleep, and Knight said that he was just busy watching the sleeping Mild. Just then, Mild got a call from Mud, but the signal dropped, and when Mild looked at his phone, it was no signal. But Knight says that he brought Mild here knowing there won't be any signal, so Mild can rest, but that's so wrong and creepy. This place is peaceful, but I admit, in reality, this man could have kidnapped Mild, killed him, and no one knew because they are in a place with no signal. Okay, holiday is over, and the first person we saw at school is these two, Tom and Cla. At first, Cla was trying to avoid Tom, but failed. Now, I get it. He is trying to keep his distance from Tom because of his feelings, but it's so hard because Tom is literally giving mixed signals. Do you not know this boy has feelings for you, Tom? I do hope Tom finds out very much about his girlfriend and how she doesn't like him and using him, and they can break up. Then we see that Knight got clingy more to Mild after their trip, even bringing him to school and cooking for him. After that, Mud confronts Knight to stop pursuing Mild, but Knight tells Mud that he and Mild are now dating, so he can't stop seeing Mild. Mud will not accept that answer and started punching on Knight, then Knight fought back and now they're both fighting. When Tom and Claw was coming back from their meal and they're going to class, they saw Mud and Knight fighting and tries to stop them, but Claw ended up getting hurt by accident. Now we see Tom just tending to Claw's nosebleed, and honestly, Claw is just enjoying this attention. Then Miles shows up and asks them what happened, and they said Knight and Mud fought, and they could tell that it was about Miles, but Miles needs to get the full details from Knight and Mud to know what they fought about. Meanwhile, I love how Claw's just enjoying this cute advantage he's getting with Tom. Now, because they are close friends, Tom doesn't even realize what he's doing. At the clinic, patient came in with a problem. He told Clan that he accidentally sat on a stick and he is concerned if he will be infected. Well, he did sat on a stick, but it wasn't a stick. And Khan knows that and Khan then asks if the guy is scared that he will get a sexual transmitted disease. Seeing that he got caught with this lie, he tells Khan that he accidentally had sex with a senior, but now he's scared he got something because this particular senior is known for sleeping around with multiple partners. Khan tells him that he can get tested now and come back the next day for the results. If he did catch something, he can actually get treatment. Hey, they're coming up with a lot of things these days that is or was impossible, but for now, they don't have a cure for any of this yet. You hear the word? Yet. If you're coming up with a contraception pill for men, was it contraception? They're coming up with something for men that only female has. Help me with the comments. Let me know if you know what I mean, just that. Then we see Knight and Mild walk in, and because Mild knows about the fight he had with Mud, he tries to actually get the answer and why Knight and Mud fought, but when asked directly, Knight will not tell Mild. At home, Mild went to Mud and tried to see if he could get any answers from him. But Mud also would not tell him, even said that the day he snuck away with Knight, he was very worried because he could not get a hold of Mild on his phone. Since that plan did not work on both sides, Tom and Claude tells Mal to come up with a get-together with Mud's old schoolmate to see if they can get any story from them. And also, they must try to invite Knight as well because they need to get the bottom of things and why things happening the way it's happening. Meanwhile, Per and Khan are having their cute night market date, even though Khan is trying not to let it be obvious on their closeness. We even got a little vice versa moment, but again, Khan does not want to take him, he's embarrassed. Moving on. Now, even though he feels embarrassed, Khan can't hide the fact that he is having fun with it. Also, I do want to mention there was something that Khan did that I'm pissed at. He discussed his patient's problem to Per. As a doctor, you should never ever talk about your patients. It's supposed to be confidential. Why did you do it, Khan? Then they went home and Khan sees the groceries plus a lot of things there. Khan says that this is probably from his mother, but he keeps telling his mother not to send him stuff and he comes up with a lot of stuff and he has nowhere to store them and they end up getting to waste. They ended up playing some game that was in the package that his mother gave. Guess who lost? Now, if you all guessed that Per was the one that lost, you were right. Honestly, it seems like fun. I want to give it a shot, but it looks hard. I think Khan knows how much Per likes him, but because of his past unfaithful relationship, he's hesitant to start a relationship with Per, which is understandable considering the relationship recently ended. He needs time, Per. Back up a little bit. Honestly, I do hope when Khan gets ready to love Per, we don't get Khan hurt by some girl that Per once dated. Then we see a detective showing a picture of Per and Khan to a woman. I don't know where this woman got this detective, where she found him. I don't know. But this detective was really good on his facts. He definitely dug deep. The detective tells the woman about Khan, so this would mean that she's probably Per's mother. Anyways, he said that Khan studied at the same university with Per, he's doing medicine, and how Khan met Per and even really got deep to saying that he once dated a girl who cheated on Khan. This detective is good. He even showed a post of Per and Khan and saying Per is the one pursuing Khan. I hope she's not one of those parents who will just give Khan some money and pay him off to stay away from her son. This is a post that he showed. Now, judging by the angle of that post, I would assume Knight was the one that posted this. Okay, we at the restaurant and both Tom and Claude is running down the plan on Mild. And Mild is kind of hesitant to do it, but he is curious to know why Mud and Knight stopped being friends. Okay, so Mud went home and searched Mud's room and found a yearbook, and in it he sees a number of some of Mud's friends. He called them and invited them to a get-together, claiming Mud was the one who asked him to do it to invite them, which is a lie. He then went to eat with Mud, but Mud doesn't know what Mal just did. So now Mal is secretly asking if he can keep a mini party here, and Mud said yes. Mal then tells Mud that he invited Mud's old schoolmate, which Mud is cool with. Mal also said that he invited Tom and Claude, which he also is cool with. But then when Mal mentioned Knight, Mud was not having it, but ended up saying yes because Mal kind of threatened Mud to say that if he don't, then he will go somewhere else and secretly keep the party, and he can't have his brother with Knight alone somewhere else. The day of the mini party has come, and Tom and Claude came along with Knight. When Knight showed himself, Mud literally face says it all that he is not happy to see Knight. Each time I look at Knight, I keep thinking, what the hell did he do? Because I doubt it has anything to do with some girl. So everyone got there and enjoying themselves, except for Knight. He's the silent outcast. Also, homegirl in the car key, whatever that is, you can tell it's too loose. Too much swings and things will be revealed. I'm sorry for saying it, but I have to say it. Clara and Miles sees attention and sees Knight's sad face. Also, we see Tom in the background on the phone with his girlfriend that I feel he needs to break up with. Later, we see that they're playing like a spin the bottle fun type of drinking contest type of game. Everyone was having fun, but then this is where things change because Mild asked about Knight and Mud falling out, and these two were about to say it, but Knight stopped them. Mud then looked at them and told them that they should tell Mild the story because obviously Knight is not going to tell. Let me tell you, I was pissed off at Night. Pissed off. And I'm trying my best to hold it to tell you this recap. Okay. So they said a couple of years ago, they were at the same place, the same house, drinking and whatever. But then Night wanted to use the bathroom and accidentally went into Mild's room. Nat was super drunk and he went into Miles' room and saw that Miles was sleeping, but he wasn't like dressed appropriate. You know, some men decide they don't want to dress with tops or whatever. I'm not sure if he was fully naked, but anyways, Night did the unthinkable that makes me pissed. The girl then was telling the story. She then explained to Mal that this was years ago and they should just forget and forgive Night. Bitch, what do you mean forgive and forget? I don't think you understand what Knight did to Miles. So let me tell you. Knight raped Miles. I am so upset and disappointed in Knight. The fact that he raped Miles and have the audacity to want to date the very person he raped. Now I get why Mud is upset with Knight. Mud should have just punched this boy to the hospital and let him unconscious. I don't even feel sorry for the man. I don't care if he's the main character. I don't care. I am so pissed. Now looking at the title Doctor's Mind, I'm looking at it and it's like, it sounds like somebody who's really obsessed and very psycho to really want this particular person. But what I want to know is, how is it that Mal does not remember? Was it that through that old chaos and the rape he got unconscious, or was his body was too in shock to block out every event that he went through so he doesn't remember? But now that the story is unveiled, he's now remembering it? Mud went to fight Knight, which I would too, but Knight did not fight back. Instead, he was more focused on Mild and his reaction. All this information is too much for Mild and he ran away. Honestly, I feel it because his brother knew and his brother's friend knew, and not once his brother even tells Mild and just watch Mild and Knight relationship develop. And all along, Mud knew and he was just warning Mild. He could have just told him like, yo, that and that happened. That is why I'm warning you. Okay, guys, that is the end of my personal recap on episode 5 of Doctor's Mind. Stay tuned for my recap on episode 6 because honestly, I'm ready to fight Knight. I don't even care anymore. I'm ready to fight Knight. I do hope. Oh my God.